You don't need to wait till marriage. Sometimes I'll see people get married, I think, right, you know what? I can't see how this is going to work. And you see it, eventually it doesn't work because there are key things that you guys need to see, understand and agree on before you get into marriage. And finances and money is one of them. And it's so important that you're having these conversations because the way people act when you're dating is only going to be amplified when you're now married. And the worst part about it is when you're now married, then you add children. And now children are going to suffer because you didn't spot what you needed to spot when you were dating. But Fonz, what do you think like in regards to like, so you're Christian and you mentioned something that I liked about building with somebody. So that means that you're looking for potential, right? You're building his potential, but potential can only go so far. How much potential before you say, listen, get a job?
When I'm talking about potential, that doesn't necessarily mean they don't have a job. If I believe in them and I can see the vision as well, I'm gonna help them.
You're gonna support.
What's your actual definition of a man? How would you see, okay, cool, this guy is treating me like how he should? Touching on what Eman said earlier, you're making a lot of money, he's slacking, he's not really bringing a lot of money in. Would that slightly make you feel like this guy, he's not really doing his duties as a man? So yeah, so those two slight questions. I want to hear from a female perspective.
Yeah, man.
I'm a baby girl. These questions are so gross. Definition of a man. I've never thought about it. So I'll say a man is a protector and a provider. Someone who can like guide me and lead me as well.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your second part of the question then?
So the second part of the question was, so you're married, you're making a lot of money, and he's not pulling his weight financially. How would that make you feel in terms of him doing his duties as a man?
I mean, I guess it depends on like the circumstances behind why he's not making a lot of money. Like if it's out of his control, then it's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But if we're married, it's for better or worse, so we're in this together. Like,
Yeah, facts.
I guess if you were dating, you could say it would be different, but it's like if I actually believe in this person, if I feel like this person could actually be my potential husband, that's a good thing together.
Would that change your perception on him though? To be like, right, you're not as serious as I thought you were because you're not pulling your financial weight.
As I said before, I think it depends on the circumstance. Like if it's like something happened at work, he was made redundant. These are things out of his control, so I wouldn't say it's his fault. And I feel like, especially like just growing up in my household, seeing how like my parents struggled, and now that I'm older and I have more knowledge about things, now it's just like I can't blame them for not having certain things when I was growing up, even though when I was younger, I was like, why is it that everyone else has things?
Like, it depends. If he's now making less money because he's gone back to study, but the studying he's going to do is going to triple his income, or it's going to mean that he's able to bring more to the house, but while he's studying, he's going to be limited, then I think that's understandable. I think where it comes is where he's saying, like, for example, I want to be an actor. Now you're working in McDonald's or working in retail, bringing you a lower income to give yourself the flexibility to go, but then you're not going to all the drama, you're not going to acting classes, you're not going to all the auditions, you're not working on your crafts, you're not learning scripts, you're not practicing at home, you're not watching films of actors that you want to be like. Do you know what I mean? But yet your missus is out here going to work, paying the bills, coming home. You're sitting on the same couch in the same clothes. You haven't even bathed. I should just accept it because I love you. No, it has to be a balance. You know what I mean? Especially for us, we know when we go to work, we know how many things we have to face. We know how we have to walk on eggshells at certain points. You know all the things we're going through throughout the day. Even just getting on the train pack out, someone rubbing on your back, all the things that you've been through to go and make this money. And this person's just sitting there doing enjoyment. Do you know what I mean? Not really pushing themselves. And again, these things can be spotted when you are dating. Marriage is such a long-term thing. You have to be careful who you're really attaching yourself to.
And to be honest, a lot of times we see signs during the dating process, but we ignore them. Because we either say, you know what, I can either change this person. Do you think love is blind? What do you think about that quote?
Love is not blind. Even I watched the program on Netflix. Love is, these will talk and they will like each other enough talking. When the girls see the guy, bruv, no, she'll say, no, this one's not for me, but I'll try. But there has to be a physical attraction. Especially if you're going to wake up and see this person every day, and especially as there are other alternatives. Remember, we're on the Instagram, we're on the internet all the time. You're seeing other alternatives every day.
Social media is everywhere now.
And then it's not just your boss at work that might try and move to you, or you got DMs, all of this type of stuff. So you've got to make sure that the person that you are physically attracted to them, even if it's not like, your ideal, like to a certain level, there's an attraction in there. Also, there's a connection beyond just attraction, right? There's a connection on dreams and goals. So I can really love talking to you and really love speaking to you. If my goal is to go back to Africa and build over there and you want to stay in London, it's not going to work. Like, we have to have similar goals, similar visions. If I want to get to the point where we're in a 10-bedroom house, living dream life, and you just want to live in a flat so that you could be near your parents and just want a simple life, it's not going to work.
And on that point, I feel like one thing that people should talk about more is the negotiables and the non-negotiables. Like, okay, cool, it's my non-negotiable. I'm not willing to fly to another country. Your non-negotiable for me is they have to be a follower of Christ. What would you say your non-negotiables and your negotiables and stuff like that are?
Non-negotiables, I think the main one is just that you have to be a follower of Christ and actively practicing. Ideally serving in your church as well, because I feel like that shows a lot about your character.
We said serving in
So,
church, you
one
know.
question, yeah? Let's say they are a follower of Christ. They may tick all the other boxes. I'm not sure what other boxes are at the moment, but they do not go and serve at a church.
I'll just have a conversation with them and ask, like, maybe why. Is it because you don't have enough time? Is it because...
What about if they grew up in church? Let's say like a lot of us grew up in church,
Yeah.
but maybe had something happen in church, so now you feel like you don't go to church on a regular basis. You might watch online. You still grew up in church. You still have the knowledge and so forth. You still identify yourself as a Christian, but you're not practicing. Do you feel like, would you build with someone with that and hope that, you know, together you both could start going again and so forth? Or would you feel like they need to be active before you could even start talking?
I can definitely speak to someone, but I would make sure that using my brain,
Mm.
because I feel like it can be easy to just get lost in the sauce and be like, oh yeah, this person's nice. And also, like, as I'm talking to them, I need to make sure that I'm checking my heart, and it's like, I don't want them to go to church just so that we can get together. But I want them to go to church so they can actually have a relationship with God for themselves.
Come on.
So I feel like sometimes girls can think that they can bring a boy to Christ, or
Yeah.
they want to bring someone to Christ so that they can go out with them, and it's just like, that's actually not fair.
No. I love that. What about you, James? What's some non-negotiables?
Non-negotiables, yeah? Respect, yeah? Because
I was waiting for it, man.
I feel like...
I think it's a man-dem thing, you know.
Yeah.
The respecting, I think, is really a man-dem thing. Go on.
I feel like it's really important for both of you to respect each other, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel like sometimes certain men are in situations where maybe their finances are low and then the partner can say something and you'll be thinking, wow, like, is that me? If you're in a certain situation, don't disrespect somebody and hit them at their lowest. You're with each other throughout the whole day, so you will know what will trigger that person.
Yeah.
So if you know what will trigger that person, respect them and know, okay, cool, let me help them in this moment.
I'm with you on the respecting. You know what? One thing I used to do when I was dating, we'll go out to a restaurant, I'll always check how they talk to the people that are serving us.
Yeah.
Like, if they're rude, if I go out on a date with a girl and she's rude to people, the waitress or the people serving us, boom, finish. We will never speak again.
And how they speak to their parents.
How they speak to their parents. How you speak to your parents, like, bruv, it can either make me so attracted to you or make me disattacted. I grew up respecting my parents. Like, if your mum calls you and you just say, what?
Oh my days.
What?
That's fine.
It's over.
That's wild.
It's impossible.
That's wild.
Me and you can never be around each other. We can just meet in public and crack kiki kaka ha. We can do that, but we can never date on a serious level.
Yeah.
Like, because these are fundamental to me. Like when I used to speak to certain girls on the phone and their parents would yes, mum. I say, yeah, we've been raised similar.
When I speak to certain girls and they'll be talking to their mum and say, Natalie, I'm coming downstairs. Like, what? You call your mum what?
God forbid.
I said, this is not for me.
It's not for me.
No,
it's not for me. It's not for me. And I get it, cultural differences and so forth, but for me, the way you respect people, the way you talk to people when something goes wrong. So even like we go to a restaurant and you ask for something and they forget to bring it, the way you're going to now tell them how they forgot is going to make a big difference on whether we are ever going to see each other ever again. Because there's no need to be rude. I've done customer service roles. Like, we all make mistakes, you know what I mean? Like, just because somebody is serving you doesn't mean that you are now better than them.
Exactly.
We are all human beings. We are all equal. Like, they are out here just trying to do what they need to do to live their life or feed their family. So why are you now making it uncomfortable for them? And why would I participate in that? One time I took a girl out and obviously she knows man's paying. She ordered bare food and then she only ate like very small amount. I was like, I'm full. I'm like, what? So because man's paying, you're just wasting the money?
Yeah.
I feel like that's disrespectful.
That's definitely disrespectful.
I feel like that's disrespectful. And she's like, oh no, you know what? I can't pay for it. Shut your lips, bruv. Like, why did you order it? You didn't order it to take away. You ordered to eat in, right? Otherwise it would have taken away. It doesn't make no sense. So for me, these are little signs of I can't be around you. These are the things we should be looking for. That's why for me, dating is done. Like, you want to go walks, go put a different environment in church. When I go to church, a certain girl, I take you to church now. How come you don't know no songs?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. You're just miming out. Why you don't know those songs?
Just miming.
Nah.
Where were you raised?
Where were you going? Where were you fellowshipping here? It can't run. We can't run. We can't be together. It's not going to make sense. You know, girls will like these things like, yeah, I go to church. Let's go to church. We actually at church. You're just miming. I'm listening for your voice. There's no voice here. What? No, it could never be. That's what I'm saying. When you date, you got to go into different environments. Like, do some physical activities. Go wall climbing and see what they're like with the physical stuff. Go bowling. Do other things. You know what I mean? Not every day back of the cinema. Like, come on, guys. You're not learning anything new here. Actually understand that this is a life partner that you're trying to choose. Someone, if you get married to, they're going to take 50% of whatever's been built. So make sure sure that you're picking the right people, because people complain about divorce, but me, I won't complain about divorce because I know I've got someone that's helping me build what I've got. So if someone helps you build what you've got, why would you be upset that they took 50%? They've helped you build it. The problem is that we're dating people and we're getting together with people that are just takers. So all they do is come and they just take. And so that's why you're upset. You've been taking the whole relationship, and on the way out now you want 50% as well. But man like me, if my wife divorced me today, God forbid, but if she did, I would never ever feel any way to give her 50%. Like, take it, like, you deserve it. We've built this together. Like, you deserve that as much as I do. When you're doing this dating thing, you're thinking about this along the way. I think a big tip, is like, know your criteria. Know the things that are important to you. I think that's vital. You got to know what's important to you. What do you feel like is core values? Then also know what are the things that are negotiable, as in things that maybe they're not there yet, but you're happy to build with. Do you know what I mean? When people show you who you are, believe them. One of the things they do is people will make, sorry, I just got heated. If man is shouting at you, if he shouts now, wait till you have kids. Man will shout more. Kids are stressful. I always tell people, if you trust the two of you and man don't know how to behave, don't think when kids come in, it's going to get any better. In fact, it's going to get worse. And in fact, they're going to do it around your kids. So it's really important to like believe people when they show you who they are. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Know that although you're speaking to this guy is probably speaking to someone else. So make sure that you speaking to other people as well. So that when you make the decision to be with this person, it's not because this is my only option. Because bruv, it will come back. Like, you know how much man will just get with the first girl, like, and then when you're now in the relationship, like, I wonder what Susie's saying. Susie's looking good over. Bruv, you could have had your time to speak to these types of people and really understand what makes you tick. Who are you around? What are you looking for? Because it's long term. Make sure that the person with you enjoy being with them. Like, actually enjoy their company. Because trust me, this marriage thing is an everyday thing. There's no hiding. Some men stay after work late because they don't want to come home. Then by the time they come home, they just eat and go to sleep. And on the weekends, they're just trying to find different things. Bruv, I love doing everything with my wife. Do you know what I mean? And at the same time, we can have time off separate from each other. Once I'm separate from my wife, the first thing I do when I get back, I want to tell my wife everything that I've just done. I want to share it with her. And it's so important to have someone that is a companion, but also know is really important, where do you want to be? Don't make your relationship limit where you're going. Too many times you are on a path and then you get with someone that makes you quit your job or stop doing what you do to focus on what it can only bring resentment. Make sure you're with someone that allows you to be the best version of yourself and still allows you to achieve the things you want to achieve in life. Do you know what I mean? Now, yes, there may be times where one person's goal has to come first or other than the other. That's fine. You should always be with someone that wants to see you win, wants to know about you and what you want to achieve and what you want out of life. And always make sure that your goals are their goals. And then for me, financial stability. I don't care what no one says. Even if they haven't got it now, they need to be on a trajectory where they can be stable. And what I mean by stable, even if they lose their job, they've got a skill set where they can go and get another one. Or they've even got a mindset where they can go and get another one. You want someone around you that has that stability. Money is such a big issue. When money is gone, and trust me, everyone's talking to everybody different. People are turning, everything changes. You see the other side of people when money is missing. It's really important that, you've got someone that is stable when it comes to money and you're able to balance as well. So you're both working together. But the main thing is that you're looking for a partner, right? If you partner in something, it's about a shared experience. So you want someone that you could share that experience with. Yo, people, we come to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Dating, relationships. Let us know your tips down below. Let us know what you've taken. If there's anything that really stood out to you, let us know if the issues that you think you're facing when it comes to dating and relationships, and we can talk about more of this type of stuff. Put it all in the comments. Let us know and we'll try and get to it as well. As always, big up for me, big up to me, and we'll see you on the next one.